And if you didn't hear Michelle's intro, I'm Matt, and I've been here quite a while, and I love this industry. Um, you know, the topic that we're going to talk about, and this isn't, I don't have a big presentation, um, but I think that a lot of this is going to go into the conversations we have with each other afterwards. But the theme this month is luck and how to improve your luck. Um, Sometimes luck could just happen, something crazy happens out of nowhere, and that can be a lot of fun. Sometimes, you know, what I would call, what most people would call luck, a lot of people would call determination. And I think I've experienced quite a bit of luck in this industry because I've been in this industry quite a while. I was DJing and seeing the troubles my father was going through, my mother and father, in 2000 when the market went down, 2001 when the towers went down. Wow, what a crazy time. Especially everyone is scared and no one is booking anything, and we almost lost our business. We had to do a lot of things to make sure that we survived that. The big great crash of 2008, 2009, we found ourselves, I mean, I was running the company at that time. We found ourselves incredibly over leveraged. Like I can't believe we were spending all of this money thinking we were making money. And now all of a sudden, we're incredibly over leveraged and you have to make, a lot of decisions. I think this situation over the last year is not something where it's the financials fault or it's just a downturn in the economy. This is something that was kind of forced on us all, but that doesn't mean we're not in the same situations together. And some of us feel a bit unlucky because of that. And how are we going to bring that back? How are we going to earn that luck? How are we going to find that luck? Luck can be just something that happens. And that can be perceived that way, but how do you improve it? Now, just a show of hands, raise your hand if you have ever seen that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Anybody ever seen that, heard that? And so myself and Michelle were talking about, and I think everybody's really heard that, but that really is what luck is. Luck is being ready for those opportunities when they come by. Opportunities pass us by all the time, right? And we feel unlucky because we're like, ooh, that house is a great price and I've been unemployed for a year. There's all kinds of things that happen to us in life where we can't take advantage of the great opportunities that are there. And that's really what I want to talk about and how to improve your luck. What kind of things are you doing to put yourself in the right position for the right time when the right time comes around, right? What are you doing right now to find leads, right? Maybe the leads are low. Like they've been really slow for us coming up all the way until this month. And I was just talking to Todd, this month is the first month that we see a fairly even lead generation from last year, right? We're pretty excited about that. But for a long time, that was not happening. And we're like, well, what do we do? How do we be ready when those leads are here, right? So we understand that we have to have the right kind of place in the marketplace. We have to be seen. We have to be known. We have wherever else they go, we want our name to be mentioned or our name to be seen somehow or in connection with that. So the things that we've been doing for the last 5-6 months are really working on our Instagram, working on that Instagram because it does engage younger couples, right? And they do love these things and they will see those. We're working on our kind of our mid-market, that 29 to 45 market. We're working on Facebook really hard as well, trying to make sure that maybe we have some strategic ads, but we're not spending a ton of money. We're spending most of our time on our business site through Facebook and making posts on a regular basis, putting things as far as text and making sure we're tagging other individuals and we're making it sort of a community effort every time that we're pushing something, so that they are seeing those things constantly when they're in their feed. Um, Google My Business. I've explained this a couple of times. I've not really explained it. I think I've only just really mentioned it, but the opportunity that all of us have in our Google business to really make an impact is enormous. You just have to pay attention to what is going on with the algorithms and what they are looking for. So right now, to be in that position when those leads are coming back, you want to make sure that you're posting something on your Google My Business at least once a week. Make sure that there's text there. If you can have any kind of video content, Google loves that, right? And so what you want to do is, if you're doing that and maybe you're putting in, some reasonable Google AdWords, and you've done the SEO work for your Instagram and your Facebook as well, what happens to your Google, your organic search is that you can be on that first page or early on that second page, right? And so if you can be on an AdWords, you can be in the organic, and you can be really prominent in your Google My Business in the map section, well, that's 3 times anytime one of those clients are looking for that, right? Put yourself in the right positions so when they are there, that you can take advantage of that to do what you do, right? I mean, selling is something that's different. That's kind of unique to all of us and based on our personalities, and how well we communicate, with those clients after that fact. But let's really try to work together and put some of those things in place. If you're not doing it, right? If you are doing it, great. There's always a little bit more work that you can do, if you'd like to. You can't be more prepped. So what I'm seeing in the market right now, I can be wrong, but I'm constantly looking at data. Some of the things that I'm seeing is that venues are very busy because people are excited about getting married, and people are excited about that get together, right? So they're looking at venues right now. I'm getting more leads. I'm not getting a lot of buyers, right? A lot of lookers, not a lot of buyers right now. So, I mean, if anybody is experiencing that also, this is still the same situation of where you need to be prepared. Because I do feel that over the last month and this month, there's going to be a lot of preparation for venues and people looking for that. And they're looking at those ancillary services that we all provide as well. They're looking at those ideas. They're not really ready to pull the trigger because they're not in that mode yet. And I think what we need, is some luck, like, the governor opening things up, right? And I think it's going to happen. I haven't thought this is going to happen so much as I do right now. Talking to Todd in our breakout, something that is really interesting is that we've got, over 1.6 million in the state of Minnesota that have been inoculated and have the vaccine. That is very exciting, especially because, our most vulnerable in our society, there's probably not too much more than 1.6 million of them, right? Because our population is somewhere between 4.5 and 5 million. So in another month or so, man, I mean, we could have up to 3 million people that are inoculated. We can be right to that herd immunity that we've been looking for. And all we need, right? And raise your hand if you say, all we need is open up to 50%, right? You let us have 100 people, we're in business. We're rocking, we're rolling. It's going to be awesome, right? So that is what I'm talking to you guys today about, is really think about this. And we're going to go into a breakout session to work together to see what each other are doing, to put yourself in that right position so you can look like the best, so you can look the most professional, so that you can be in that position to where they can see you when they are ready to do that. And it's going to make a successful year if we're doing that the right way, especially if we're working together, and we're tagging each other and we're helping share that with each other. There is so much upside to that and pretty much no downside to it. So, and there are all kinds of other ways to be prepared. Right now I'm on a hiring spree. So if you know anyone that you think would be a good DJ, send them my way. It takes a long time to train a good DJ. So I got to start now so that they're ready at the end of June, right? I got to do that prep. Otherwise I will be very unlucky when we open, right? So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. It's never too hard and never a bad idea to do shameless plugs and always put yourself out there. So let's do some breakouts, Michelle, and I can't wait to hear what song we have when we get out of the breakouts.